See, maybe I can ask you then, since you're a medical professional.
What?
So I went in for an operation in Cologne, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And I made a complaint to the arts camera,
Mm-hmm.
which they refused to look at.
You thought there's some mistake made by the doctors?
Well, look, you tell me if you think this is normal, right? So I went in for an operation. After the operation, I was in extreme pain. The whole time that I was in the hospital, I got no food. My clothes were stolen. And the medical drip, they refused to take it out. I had to take it out myself. That's not normal, is it? To take a medical drip out your own arm.
Yeah, it's...
No hospital...
I mean, if you are in extreme pain...
No. This was on discharge. So they're saying, you've had the operation, you need to get out now. And there was a guy in Cologne sat opposite me. A German guy said, I'm very sorry you're being treated like this. He actually gave me his food. The food is one thing. But the IV drip, right, when they said, no, you've got to go now.
They have to take it away.
Right, and they did not. I had to take it out myself.
Yeah.
Is that normal?
It's not normal, but it's not something you can complain. I mean...
What?
The Alzheimer will not support you on this. It's just a small mistake.
Do you know how dangerous that is?
Yeah, I know, but I mean, such things happen quite common.
So if I go... No, it wasn't just... That's common.
That's common, yeah.
So if I've gone to the nurses and they point blank refuse to take it out yourself, that's okay?
It's okay. I mean, you should go to your family GP.
I was in hospital, brother.
Yeah, I know. I mean, theoretically, you could go to your GP to let him remove that.
You're not understanding what I'm saying.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
What I'm saying is I'm connected to a medical drip and they refuse to take it out, so I had to take it out myself.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
How can I take that to my GP?
You mean the whole
thing?
Whole thing, okay. Then you just need to disconnect it.
I don't understand how you think that could possibly be okay.
Yeah, it's not okay. I don't think it's okay. But I'm not against you. You know, it's like I sort of like know what you're talking about, and probably you also feel angry. You felt angry because the people, they're really not nice and
they're dealing with needles,
right?
man. It's extremely dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. But the problem's that the arts camera will not...
No, but I wrote to the arts camera about 15 different things, right? I had doctors make racist comments. I had doctors who wouldn't give me medication. I had doctors who wouldn't accept my AOK. What I'm saying is, one of the complaints I had 17 complaints. One of them was that hospital for doing that. So it was like not just one thing, it was all of them.
Yeah, I know. It's...
I mean, the other thing...
I was just jumping directly to the conclusion. The conclusion is that the Alzheimer will not support you.
No, but the thing is, I don't know how criminal this is, right? Because when I went to Strasbourg to the European Court, I went to Bonn. Do you know where my stuff got stolen? I left it in a doctor's office. And they said they would look after it. And when I came back, they went, we don't know where your bag is. That's where my passports were. That's where my laptop was. Right. So that was the major complaint to the arts camera, and that's the one that they wouldn't look at. The hospital and the other ones were the ones below it. It was a guy called Peter Klein and Heike Wall. I said, they knew me, right? And they knew I was going to Luxembourg and Strasbourg. I came back. I said, can I leave my laptop back here? Because my friend works at LKE Computers. Yeah, no problem. When I went back, my bag with my laptop bag, not that black one, that had the European legal documents, that had my passports, when I got everything stolen, it was in a doctor's office when they said they would look after it.
Yeah.
You trying to tell me that?
Where are you from?
Canada.
Canada, okay.
Then the arts camera has to investigate that, or that's just pure criminality.
No, they won't. I mean, if you were my doctor, you were my patient.
But then that means they can get away with.
If you were my patient, I would not say that directly, but because we are not talking as a patient-doctor relationship, I just tell you directly the conclusion. The conclusion is that the Alzheimer will not support you on this.
It's not support me, it's just even investigated. So the arts camera, when you look on their website, if you want to make a complaint, do this.
Yeah.
So you put in the complaint
exactly.
and then they just don't respond.
But
even I got doctors in Düsseldorf and Munich to write to the Arztkammer to say you need to investigate this, and they still won't do it. So what's the point in making a complaint then? What's the point?
Yeah, it's really like I mean.
I've been there in person. I spoke to a thanks, man.
Yeah. I have sympathy for you.
I spoke to Pia Schmidt, the head of the Arztkammer. I'm like, can you even look at it? No. You know what she said? Go home.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I mean, it's not that I don't believe you or I don't have sympathy for you.
I have the documents on my...
I know that it's really like terrible for you, and it's really like...
No, but what you're saying is any doctor can get away with any crime then, and there's nothing you can do about it.
You know, the job of the Arztkammer is to support the doctors mainly. So it's not their job to like investigate the doctors. I mean, it's not
that's
their
not
main
That's not
job.
what it says on their website.
Yeah.
If a doctor has committed a crime, they should be held accountable, no?
Yeah, exactly. Then you should go to the police.
Right? And the police tell you to go to Arztkammer.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, as in there's a system that's bullshit and doesn't make... And so you guys can, like, police...
That's how the system works.
So you can commit a crime and get away with it, basically.
Sort of, yeah, sort of.
The thing is, that hospital thing is dangerous, but if I have clear-cut proof that my laptop bag was in a doctor's office...
Yeah.
And they get away with it? It's unbelievable.
It's really terrible. It's like, I mean, it's really unfair to you.
Dude, my passports and everything were in that bag.
I can imagine it's like you've lost everything, and it's like...
No, but I know who did it, and I know how they did it.
It's not the doctor who stole your things.
Okay, look, it was in... This is a GP's office. It was in their office. They put it behind reception. They had it.
Yeah. But there's no reason for them to steal it, you know.
So who are you telling me stole it then?
It just... I mean, it's almost
They
impossible.
put it in their wardrobe and went, go home.
Okay, so it's rare. It's like because Bonn is a really small city.
I'll be honest with you, it wasn't even Bonn. It was St. Augustine.
Okay, so I mean, it's quite rare.
What's the size of the city got to do with what crime takes place?
The whole thing's like it just sounds strange to me, but
there's a lot of money involved. That's why. There's a lot of money involved.
In the laptop.
In my court case, and the court case had the evidence which contained hundreds of thousands of euros.
But the doctor, does he know that?
They knew my situation with my employer, yes. And they knew I just came back from Strasbourg, and they know I just came back from European court with regards to getting my money back. So yes, they knew that.
What do you work on?
I'm an IT manager. I've worked in banking, Bank of America, Royal Bank of Canada, Bank of Montreal, and the two employers here, SAP and Sky, didn't pay me.
Okay. So you're like contracted to the banks?
No. Forget the banks. That's when I was in Canada. Here it was SAP and Sky. So I went to the European court to get help because I went to every single legal position in Germany and they just blocked me so I couldn't get my money. And everything was in that bag and the doctors knew it.
You have to understand, like, the population density here is quite different from Canada.
What's that got to do with crime?
It's like there are much more people here.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
So if you take America... So they have this bureaucracy system to discourage people.
Yeah. They say it's bureaucratic to make it sound like there's actually a system that works. It's the complete opposite. It's to completely turn you off and go away.
Yeah, it's like they kick you like balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works. You have to understand it. So you have to try to navigate in this system if you want to do something.
I can't do anything else. That's why I'm now going to the European court, because I've been to the legal camera, I've been to the medical camera, I've been to the Arbeitsgericht. I've done everything I possibly can.
It's struggling for you. But
if I have a doctor blatantly stealing my stuff and they know it,
they don't do that like without any reason. It doesn't make sense.
Money is the reason.
I mean, you need to find a working way to navigate in the system.
Look, if those two doctors and I was with them for 3 months, right, and they knew my employment situation, right, then when I came back from Strasbourg and Luxembourg court and I'd made this massive complaint, they said you could no longer be our patient after the bag was stolen. So if you say that, then you don't think it's connected. Come on. So I'm their patient for 3 months. Everything's okay. As soon as I make a complaint in Luxembourg and Strasbourg and I come back, my bag is somehow stolen and I can no longer be their patient. And I have AOK insurance. You don't think that's a little weird?
I mean, I'm not against you, you know.
I have no reason to make it up.
I'm 100% neutral to this.
I'm only asking you because you're a medical professional. That's
yeah, but to be honest, I mean, if I want to tell you the thing as your doctor, I will not do it this direct way because it doesn't work that well. But I just want to save time for you and me, so I just go make the direct way. I want to tell you that you have to navigate through this.
No, but the problem is that those legal documents, right, that allows me to get my money back, but also my references. So I was taking like stress medication, my nose was broken, all of this. So the medical side of it is connected because they've seen all the stress that I've gone through, right? So those doctors had all the notes. So if it ever went to European court, I would have to bring them as witnesses. That's why it got stolen. Because if I never get to European court, then they never have to be brought forward as witnesses with all the documents. You understand what I mean? So that's a legit reason for them to do it. They just don't want to. They don't want to.
I mean, that sounds to me that you need some professionals to help you at the moment.
Like what?
Like legal professionals.
Yeah, I went. Well, the thing is, I went to Hereford. There was supposed to be a lawyer, who was supposed to help me. Disappeared. I had one lawyer in Munich, one lawyer in Cologne, one lawyer in Dusseldorf, 4 in Trier. What they did was they all took my money. Yes, you're right. Clearly, you should get compensation. Blah blah blah. Right before I go to court, my English is not good enough. I'm not going to go to court. I said, but the court is in German. Yeah, I'm not doing it anymore. I've tried everything, medically, legally, everything. That's why I'm now at the European court thing, because I can't do anything in Germany. It's just block, lie, block, lie, block, lie.
This is how the system works here.
In Germany, yeah. Block, lie, block, lie, block. And the thing is, and then it's like you'll talk to them in English for like 10 minutes, and then when it gets to the real nitty-gritty, they have to do something, all of a sudden they can't speak English. I'm like, I was just talking to you for 10 minutes in English.
No. I mean,
it's just a blockade. A complete blockade. Even medically, you can't do a thing. My doctor in Dusseldorf, Dr. Adam, said, the Arztkammer won't investigate it. I said, why did you tell me to make a complaint to the Arztkammer then? He's written 3 letters to the Arztkammer to say, give him his passports back, give him his document, and they just don't even reply. I've physically gone in person, and they get extremely aggressive. They get physically aggressive, like, get out.
Yeah, they don't, I mean, they're...
It's like a military.
It's like, you know, they
were physically aggressive.
They are allowed to do it to you.
Be physically aggressive.
Yeah, they are allowed to do it to you.
They can put their hands on you.
Yeah, they can just get you away from their...
How can that be allowed?
Property. It's allowed.
But how can that possibly be allowed?
It's just how it works here.
So is it how it works, or is it allowed?
It's allowed.
By who?
It's legally allowed.
So a German and an Arztkammer is legally allowed to physically assault me in the Arztkammer to get me out?
They can just get you out of their property.
I don't understand how that's legally...
It's how it works here.
But you can't do that in any country.
Because it's their property, they can do that. They could do that.
It's a government building.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so that's why I'm trying to persuading you that you need to calm down and find a way to navigate through this.
No, the only way to navigate is the European court. It's my only option. Because when I went to other countries to get my normal job, they said, we can't give you the normal job because you have a court case with SAP, and we use SAP software, and therefore it's a conflict of interest, and we can't give you a job. So I'm totally trapped unless the European court does something.
Yeah, the European court is not better. I mean, I have to tell you, I mean, to be honest, the European court is not better. It's not the place where we'll give you rights.
No, but the thing is, it's my last hope, right? Because it says if you've exhausted every national entity, and I mean, it's become really quite racist. It's been blatantly racist towards me, right? Go back home, fuck off Trump, all that. I'm not even American, I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
Brexit, bitch, it's got nothing to do with me. So
Yeah,
now they're becoming really violent.
Let us think this together. You have a problem with SAP.
Mm.
SAP is quite strong.
Yeah, I know.
And SAP per se is quite credible. So you have to act quite calmly.
No, but this has gone on for 1 year.
Yeah,
and the problem is, I can't get they're blocking me on the job. They stole all my money. They had drugs on site, and if you don't take the drugs, you're fired. That's how the whole thing started. Mobbing, everything. So now lawyers are lying, medical professionals are lying, and it's like they're just doing whatever they want. Like I'm just a punching bag. Steal, cheat, lie, do whatever you want. He has no legal recourse. So the only reason...
What are they recommending you to take?
No. They had a refrigerator. My boss had a bell on his desk, right? And when he rang the bell, there was a refrigerator over there that had crack, cocaine, absinthe, drugs. And if you don't stop what you're doing immediately and take it, you're fired. You're not a team player. If you don't buy a crate of beer every 3 days, you're not a team player. You're fired. Then my client was Volkswagen. I had to set up the sandbox, the production, the development, everything. They would delete my work during the night, and then make it look like I don't know what I'm doing. I was getting emails from Canada, Poland, Australia saying, we know what's going on there, there's nothing we can do. I went to Heidelberg, Hannah Burster, yeah, you can't work there anymore, go in Krankenkasse. I said, but I don't want to go in sickness. It's your only option. So I went around Munich, no lawyer would take on SAP in Munich, so I went to Hanover. Hanover lawyer said, oh, they said they fired you. I said, that's bullshit because they don't know where I live. Then they said, no, we didn't fire him, we'll give him the compensation, he's right. So what happened was, I was in, 1 week before the court case, I went to Portugal for a break, and Commerce Bank, when I started SAP, they made me open a Commerce Bank account, and made me join AOK. AOK froze the Krankenkasse, and Commerce Bank closed my account with all my money in it. And I never got it back. And I never got my sickness pay. And the lawyer in Hanover went to the Munich Arbeitsgericht and faked my signature. And I know that because I went to Ingolstadt and I saw the documents and I'm like, that's not my signature. And the Munich Arbeitsgericht was like, you got a big problem then. That's when I went to the European Court. My 2 doctors in St. Augustine knew all of this, knew the whole thing because it was a lot of stress. They had it all documented. So when I came back from Strasbourg, I wanted to go and see my friend Dennis Butcher. I said, can I leave my bag with you guys? Yeah, we know your situation. I come back. Yeah, we don't know where your bag is. I'm like, but you put it in that wardrobe. Yeah, we don't have it anymore. Bye. Oh, and by the way, you're not our patient anymore. That's a little coincidental, no?
It's not coincidental.
No, it's not. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
I just really want my passports back. I want my money. I want my reference, and I want to go. So that's why I'm under so much stress trying to put this, because like as you said, once you get in a situation like this, lived in countries all over the world, right? I've been in Mexico, US. This is easily the most criminal country I've ever been, and the censorship of if anything goes wrong, they shut you down completely, like everything. And then I've actually had people then turn around at me and say, but we're not as bad as America. I'm like, I'm not American. That's when they can't explain anything, that's the last thing they say is, we're not American. I have nothing to do with America.
Yeah. But it's hard for you to fight with the system.
No, I know. But the thing is, I have to jump through the last hoop, and then I gotta go, because it's just point blank lying now, right? They're lying about everything. Like the legal camera, I've been to every single ministry in Bonn, every single one. And they just lie about everything. What they will do is they'll say, yes, that's illegal. Get a lawyer, you pay the lawyer steals your money, and you never get to court. I've done it 8 times now.
It's not.
So my only thing is now to make sure I have my evidence, get my passports, upload whatever, do the European court, and then I gotta go, because my health is, I'm 40-50 kilos under my normal weight, just with stress.
No, but I mean, you can keep this weight, it's fine.
It's not the point, right? Like my teeth have been damaged, my nose is broken, my back is busted.
That thing sound for me doesn't like something that you can solve like in a short time.
No, the thing is I've tried everything. The point is...
You are already desperate.
Yes. This is not my normal living circumstances, right? I worked my whole life to never be in a situation, even in a hostel.
Yeah,
and now they've completely destroyed my career, my life, my stock. They were even stealing my clothes, my shoes, my socks, my underwear. I mean, it's just like.
Yeah, I think it sounds good that you just make your.
This is my final cut, my last try.
And then take a break.
Then that's
take a break. Then maybe later you will find something more solution.
Yeah, but the problem is, when they really put me behind the 8 ball was when they closed my Commerce bank account. Because the only reason I'm surviving is friends sending me money. I don't have access to any funds because they closed my Commerce bank account and Gold credit card. All my money was in there, so I thought, if it gets really, really bad, I take my Gold credit card and I go. But when I was in Portugal, right before the Munich Arbeitsgericht, they cut all my money, and I had no access to my money. So even the hostel I'm paying for here, it's not my money, it was a friend's money who paid for it and was like, just do what you can.
Okay.
So like, that's the pressure I'm under.
Yeah.
I normally make $140,000 a year, and Sky and SAP have reduced me to like, I'm fighting for my whole, everything now. I mean, it's brutal. So that whole thing, that's not coincidence, that journey, right? Because it's all connected.